Oh, good afternoon, everybody. Let me move my mouse out the way so I can actually see the screen. I'll wait for you to all get logged in. I'll have a drink of my coffee while I'm waiting, whilst it's still hot. Oh, lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Come on, where are you all? Oh, hi, Lynn. Let's get organised while I'm waiting. Oh, I am, Lynn, thank you. There we go. Hi, Evelyn. Marie, good morning. Afternoon, even. Snow? No, we've not got snow. You can keep it. We've just got rain. Hi, Diane. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Trace. It's sunny. That's just showing off. Sunny Ayrshire. Hi, Diane. Benita, Tracy, Jennifer, Annette. Oh, bless you. Well, you know the coffee's going to go cold. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Jen. Right. I'll get started because I wasn't going to do this today because I've got 1,000 things to do, as you can imagine. But I thought, you know what, it's a miserable day. Let's make a pretty card and try and cheer us all up. Morning, Janice. I know you've got to go off for your jab soon, so good luck. So hi to everyone I've not spoken to already. Right, so I thought I never actually ever do this, so we're going to use the Rococo again. I know it's brand new, so hopefully most of you have had your deliveries by now. Yeah, Karen, you ain't got time to watch me, so you crack on. I just mean a thank you. Um, so I thought let's do the Rococo again because I don't normally use them three times in a row, demos in a row. Hi, Helen. Uh, and I love these papers, so I thought let's do that. Let's give you some inspiration with these gorgeous papers, and hopefully have a giggle on the way. So, well, you know I'm going to be good. So, first things first, hopefully you all got your Rococo collection when I was on Ochanda. We did actually sell out twice. Um, and then the stock, I added a little bit of extra stock at the end, but that's it. So I know there's none left on Hochanda's website. So if you haven't got the Rococo yet and you still want it, hi Judy, hi Sue, hi everyone. You need to be really quick. We've got a few bundles left on the website, and Karen has left the 10% discount on for you, so you've still got that on the bundles. But I'm not restocking, so once those few bundles have gone, they've gone. So you forewarned is forearmed, and obviously the papers once they've gone because they're part of the kit, they're gone as well. So I thought I'd do this for a change, look. So this is telling you what inks I'm going to be using and what smoky quartz. There you go. So I thought that's actually a nice way to start because it shows you the colours I'm going to be using. So obviously I'm going to use my Versamark because we're embossing with the smoky quartz embossing powder. Hi Brenda, I know you've not got your card yet. Good reason to watch you got your order this week. Oh, that's brilliant. Be good. I'll try my best. I've just had a little meltdown before I came on, so I'm just getting back to normal. Any hints for the launch in February, please, Phill, from Lynn? No. No hints yet. All I'm going to say to you is it's going to be a brilliant, brilliant weekend. So I can tell you the dates. It's from the 26th, 27th, 26th to the 28th of Feb. It's obviously our second birthday celebrations on Hochanda, which always makes me laugh because Sentimentally Yours as a brand has been going for years, but it's only the second anniversary of us being independent, if you like. Wished I'd done it years ago, but there you go. You live and you learn. So I can promise you it's going to be an amazing weekend. There's so much being planned for this. I've actually been really kind and I've held a few. Thank you, Pam. I'm not, but thank you. I've actually held a few products back because there was too much for you all in one go. Um, but it's going to be really exciting. So I'm going to tell you that you've got two brand new releases from me. I'm not telling you what they are, but I can tell you there are two brand new releases from me. And Trudy has got an absolutely amazing new collection launching that weekend as well. I can't wait for you to see them. So book the weekend off, Friday to Sunday. It starts with me on Friday at the 10 a.m. and it finishes with me, I think, at 7 p.m. on the Sunday. Obviously, if there's any stock left, but we'll wait and see. So first things first, let me tell you what I'm using. So you can see I've got all my bits already cut out. I've not done any matting and layering this time. Thought it would be nice. Yep, they're coming, Jennifer. Hi Ronnie, hi to everybody I've not spoken to, Alice. Bev, I can't tell you that because if I told you how much you needed for everything, you'd never speak to me again. A fair bit. You might need to put your new car on hold. So I'm going to do this card from scratch. So all I've literally done is the cutting just to give me a head start. I thought it would be nice to show you how I put things together. So I'll show you which dies I've used. So you can see here, I've already told you that the double embossed are really, really low. So I can't tell you anymore, but I will tell you that I'm using the inverted corner rectangles. Double embossed inverted corner rectangles. It's one of my favourites. We're doing it on a square card. I'm using the romantic flower dies, which are these that I have already got ready because it takes me too long to do the flowers. So romantic is definitely one of my favourites. If you haven't got that, you need to be getting that pretty sharpish. Don't get too excited because I've got two sets on here. that's what you get. I've got two sets, as you would expect. The cardstock I've used, let me just put this back because I like to tell you which colours I've used. So the grey papers from the paper kit, obviously. Hiya Linda, hiya love. So I've got the grey papers from the Rococo Splendour paper pack, which I'm going to show you in a second. I'm joking. Talking too much. And if you haven't got the cool slate, where's the lid? Where is the lid? Oh, I ain't got it on here. Cool slate is kind of like a gunmetal, a really dark grey, almost like a black, but not black. So cool slate is the one I've got with that. Cocoa papers that I wouldn't show you before the release of the show. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I think this is one of my it's one of my favorite sets because it's so classy. The colours are absolutely gorgeous. So I'll do a quick flick. You can see we've got the 5 different colourways, and I do that. I always try and keep to the same sort of colourways to make sure that it coordinates with some of the embossing powders. So you know the mustard is going to go with the summer honey. Only 2 sets. Well, actually, that's a fib. I have got 4. I have got 4 sets of the flowers. But think about it. It just saves me time. So the summer honey, the greys go with the smoky quartz. The pink one goes with all of the pinks, actually, even the sparkly one, and the blues and the greens. So let's do a quick flick. Quick flick. I mean, look at that. Is that not just absolutely lush? So I'll quickly flick through for you just in case you haven't got yours yet. So that's the blues, the pinks, oops, the greys, which is what we're using today. Oh, I'm not a very good flicker. Whatever you've heard, it's not true. Then you've got this edge. I love these papers. Oh look, I'm flicking better now. And then you've got this beautiful one that's got the script going through it. Oh, I'm losing my flick. And then you've got the stripes, which is what I'm using today. So the 2 bits that I've got today are actually scraps. That's a brand new pack. I'm on to my 3rd already. So these bits I've got here are scraps from matting and layering. I don't ever throw any of them away. And that's the same with the flowers. So they're just the bits that are left over. They don't, Christy. pictures. You can never actually capture the colours properly when you're taking photographs. So always use your scraps. I mean, even on my leaves, look, I've even got the papers on the leaves. Just waste not, want not. So the leaves I've used on here are the leafy fronds, which again, the 2 leaves are not coming back. So once the stock's gone, they've gone. So you need to be sharpish with them. And then I'll do a quick flick of the stamps and then we'll get started. So most of you, if you saw the demo the week before the show, you will have seen these. But so these are the Rococo Splendour Flourishes, which we are going to use today. This is my working set, clearly. This is the one in fact, I've only just took them out of my bag from when I was on TV. What's freezing? That's your connection, Lynn. You need to upgrade your... it might be the weather as well. So we're using the flourishes. And then you've also got... I've got these mixed up. Then you've got your corners and the frame elements, which you saw me demoing with. They're all a bit dirty now. Now you know why I have 2. Yeah. Then you've got your 2 beautiful, beautiful sentiment sets. So the ones that have got the built sentiments already for you, good to go. And then you've got the individual elements for you to create your own. Now I did see a comment where somebody... I know you want the relatives, so I might bring you the relatives during the summer. There's too much planned for the next 4 or 5 months. But I might bring you the relatives during the summer just as a little extra. Not to TV, but I'll bring them to the website. And somebody commented that they could have done with Sympathy, which, I mean, you can see I've got no space to get anything else in there. So I might bring Sympathy into the extra set. There are a few others, so if you've got any suggestions to put in an extra set, let me know. Are you all having trouble with your signals freezing? Hi Trudy, you're having lunch now, you've been busy all morning. I'll let you off. I'll let you off. Is everybody having trouble? They have. Leave VersaFine on them and you don't clean them quick enough. That's why I have 2 sets. Right, so let's get started. Put all this out of the way. So we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Those relatives, yeah, a lot of people have asked for the relatives. I knew you would. But I'm not going to bring them till summer, but I will probably do them for you. Hi to everybody I've not spoken to already. So this is it's pure white card. Let me just bring my light a bit closer. So pure white, cool slate, pure white. 21 by 21 is the base, and then whatever I did with the other 2. So I'm literally just gluing these together. So this is what I do when I'm doing all my samples. I do all my cutting, and I do all my flowers. So everything is ready to go more or less straight away. So this is just going on flat with glue. If you see my hair, pretend you didn't see it, because it's white. In fact, to the point where I might even need to try and cut it myself. You want blah 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 on the stamp. That's brilliant. Oh, thanks Trina, that's fab. If your connections are freezing, just log out and log back in again. It could obviously be the weather as well. And then we're going to put this one onto some foam tape. So you know I love my foam tape and different layers. And that's just really to give some dimension to the cards, and it depends how many layers I've got as to how many layers with foam tape I put on. There's only actually 3 on this base, so I've just got 1. So always your middle bit, just to make sure, find my poker tool, just to make sure it doesn't bow in the middle, because that drives me mad. I'm trying to, hopefully your card gets 5-star ratings on. It better do, Chrissy, I was fuming. So if anybody's bought any of our, in fact Judy, I know you have. Which die will you use to cut your, oh I don't know, Jacqueline. It might have to, I tell you what, it'll end up being the big scissors. Yeah, if anybody's bought the card, my card from Ochandra, and you've not been and left a review, make sure you go and leave a full 5-star review. I was fuming. I saw it had only got 4, and I'm like, really? It's the best card stock you can get. Crazy. I can't review them myself, otherwise I would. Did you manage to do it, Chrissy? Blue sky and sunshine. No, I can't turn the camera around to show you, but it's dreary and damp here. Phil, do you put your cards in envelopes or do you make boxes? I generally don't do anything with them, if I'm honest with you. They end up being stored in tubs at the shop for so long. If I'm sending them to people, I usually give them to my sister, say distribute them for me. But I've got to say, if I was making a card and I was giving it to somebody, I would go to the effort of making a box, just because, you know, I have all this on and you don't want them to get squashed. Is it funny how the weather's different everywhere? Dog clippers. What we're doing now is we're going to just go around the edge of the white here and glitter it. So a little tip for you, you can do this either way. You can come from the outside of the card in, but I tend to do it just on the from the inside of the card out, because I'm just going across. If you see my hair, pretend you didn't see it, and then it doesn't matter if I drip over a little bit into the coloured card that's underneath. You can see I'm not being neat, and I don't need to be, because the glue will dry clear. And we're going to diamond dazzle this. And this is exactly what I do when I'm doing all my samples. I've told you my floor's usually covered in samples where I've got areas drying. Oops. So that doesn't matter, look, because it's going to have glue on it, glitter on it. And I'm going to diamond dazzle the edge of this. Isn't it funny? It's miserable here. When we buy things, how can we review them? Thank you, Judy. I knew you would, darling. I'm not sure how it works with Ho-Chan. Chrissy, do you know? I know if you buy from my website and you go back to your account after it's been dispatched, you just click on the product and you can review it. And I know Karen does a giveaway. She does like a giveaway every month for people who have left reviews on our website. But I don't know how it works for Ho-Chanda. I was in shock. 4 stars for Colourplan cardstock. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, so you can see there I've just gone around the edge with the diamond dazzle glitter. Do they, Emma? It is lockdown. It just reminded me I need to pick a Honey Pot Crafts reviewer for January. So now it's got the glitter on, I'm going to put that to one side so the glue can dry. Julie, I think you asked me about which glue. I only ever use our glue now. So the only 2 adhesives apart from foam tape I use are Pin Flare for my flowers, because I absolutely can't manage without that. But for everything else, I only ever use our premium PVA. It's the only one I use. And if you remember, when you see me using this on Ho-Chandra, I usually try to remember to tell you it's because it has less water content. So I know some different brands of PVA, there's more water content in it, which is what makes your card go wobbly. This is a really strong, thicker glue, so it doesn't do that. Hopefully that made sense. It made sense in my head. Right, so what I've got here, let me just find you one to show you. So this is from the border set of dies. They are on the website. Again, stock's getting low, but you would expect that. So this is from the... Come on, Phil, which one is this? Let me think. Blah, blah, blah. You get an email after buying something from Hochanda asking you to review. Do they do that for everything, Judy? What is this one? Let me find my dice because that's just bugging me. That's bugging me. Oh, lattice. Loveliest lattice. Here we go. I knew it'd come back to me. So this is from the Loveliest Lattice set of border dies. And these are the ones that I... Which is bizarre, but these are the ones that I seem to use the most. And I think it's because they're straight edge. You can do a lot with them. Can it be as bad as my husband? It's growing again. Oh, bless. Yeah, so this is the Loveliest Lattice set. And what I've done here is chopped it in half. So we're gonna extend this and put a piece of paper in the middle. So I'm just gonna put some glue on there. So rather than use the plain die that comes with it to put a grey piece underneath, I'm actually going on top this time with a bit of the scrap of paper. And because we've got these lovely double debossed lines in it, it makes it easy to line that up. So that's that one. That's the top done, or the bottom, whichever way you want. I'm trying to keep an eye on your comments as well. Phil's cardstock, which is everyone's favourite colours. So there's two. Oh, I know, Jennifer. I'm sorry, I can't even help you with colours. Yeah, it's good for MDF, Emma. So it is. So I'm just going to turn that over. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it from above so I can use my lines. All will become clear. Trust me. Trust me. It will be perfect in a minute. So now what we've done is we've cut that, or I've done it, cut the border in half, and then use the paper to create a bigger, deeper border. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So we need to remind everybody to go and leave me my 5-star reviews for the cardstock. If it's not back up to 5 stars by the time I get back at the end of February, I'll have a tantrum. You're crafting your PJ bottoms. Are you wearing them today? I am. I can't bring my leg up to show you, but I've got my shirt on and my pyjama bottoms and my slippers. Right, so we've now created that border there. I've left the edges because I know I'm going to snip them off when we put them onto the card piece. Right, and now the fun part. This is why I'm so particular when I'm designing the papers. I need it to be... Oh, thank you, Jean. I need it to be really, really good quality paper, because we're going to put gesso on this in a minute, and we're going to do some stitching with a white gel pen, and then we're going to shabby it all up. So I'm going to do the stitching bit first. So this is the fun part. So let's just make sure this is flowing, and it is. And I'm just going to stitch around the sides that you're going to see. I'll do this quickly. I do like it to be somewhat not perfect, which is not what you would expect to hear me say. But when you're doing this with the pens, I think it's nice to have them a little bit uneven, a little bit wobbly. It just adds to the overall shabby feel of the card when it's finished. I'm not sure whether the white pens are out of stock on the website, but if ever anything's out of stock on the website, just email us. When I say us, it's Karen that gets the emails, and she'll sort you out. So I'm just doing the sides, and I'm going to do the same on here. And I will bring it in and show you in a second, because it looks like there's nothing there. But you know me, attention to detail. It's all in the details. There we go. Let me tell you something funny while I'm just doing this boring bit. So during the lockdown, I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I tend to find programs and then I get addicted to them. So I've watched more Netflix than anything, and I found the new version of Dynasty on Netflix. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like the original. Oh, hi Lorraine. Hi to everybody I've not spoken to already. No, I'm not getting my 6-inch right for you today, Karen. Sorry, darling, it's too cold. Yeah, so I found the new Dynasty on Netflix, and I'm slightly addicted to it. Uh, it's just so funny, so funny. It's not like Joan Collins and everybody from the original one. I mean, I loved that, but it is funny. So if ever you want a good laugh, just start watching Dynasty on Netflix. It's so funny. Right, so I've brought it in closer so you can actually see what I've done. Look, there you go. I know somebody last week asked me if I could get the camera closer, uh, and I can't because it's sitting at the top of my desk. So I might try and find another way of doing this next time I do a Facebook. Not to worry, Judy. Not to worry. So we've now got the stitches done, and we're going to take this little tool now. Remember I showed you this a few months ago. This is just a little woodware tool that's got a blade. It's got a blade stuck in there. Look. I love the repair shop. Love the repair shop. So what this does is this means we can shabby this paper up. So I'm not going to go too mad. I'm just going to do areas. Look, so you can see there. Look, it's just shredded it a little bit at the edges. I'm not going to go all the way around. And then what do I start doing? I start going all the way around. But I'm not doing it all. I just want some areas that are shabby. So I'll just do a bit and miss a bit. Please don't do this with a knife. I've seen people doing it with a craft knife, and I'm like, these are about £2, £3. It's just safer because you can't cut yourself on the blades. So just work my way around. If you don't do too much of this, I think it looks quite pretty. Bear with me, nearly done. At least I'm doing this from scratch for you. Queen's Gambit, I've not watched that. I've not watched Queen's Gambit. I've heard a lot about it, but I've not watched it. Looks a bit dangerous. No, this is not dangerous, though, because you can't really do anything. You can't hurt yourself with this. I mean, you can go too far with the shabbiness, but it still looks pretty. Look at the mess. Trust me, it'll be gorgeous when we're finished. Let me just rip that. There we go. Working my way around. Working my way around. Last bit. There we go. So what happens is, look, you end up with that kind of effect, which is exactly what I wanted. Just clean this mess up, and then we're going to make it, hang on, then we're going to make it whiter at the edges. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some gesso and brush it on. So if you look at the way I've designed this paper, if you saw the shows on Ochanda, you will know this because I went through it all with everybody. Yeah, I love Modern Family, and I've watched about 6 episodes of Schitt's Creek, Billy, and I find it absolutely hilarious, but my other half doesn't, so I have to watch it when I'm in on my own. So you can see that we've already got areas that I pretend put gesso on. That's actually built into the papers, but we're going to make this a little bit shabbier again. And I've got these little flat brushes. I can't remember where I got these from, but these little flat brushes are quite good for this. And I'm just going to brush some gesso around the edges. So I'm just take it off there. I'm trying to make it's almost like dry brushing, so I don't want the what do you call it? I don't want the brush covered in gesso. So remember when you put it on at first, it looks quite white, but it will dry off a little bit. And because I've not used too much, it'll go translucent. So if I just show you that edge, look, it'll just go translucent rather than stay too white. Just put a bit more on this corner. And don't do what I did. I went in that way. You should try and keep it to the same direction. And same on here. See, I'm not doing too much. I just want it just a little bit around the edges, and I want it to look like it's brushed on. I will go back to your comments after, because I can't keep up with them now. You know I can't work and read at the same time. There we go. Oh, that's fab, that. Look at the difference that makes. I absolutely loved Bridgerton. It's Rococo Splendour, Trina. Rococo Splendour. Absolutely loved Bridgerton. Did you guess who it was? I'm not going to give anything away, but did you guess who it was, Lynn, before it actually revealed who it was? I did. Let me just wipe this off. Apparently Netflix have said that Bridgerton has been their best series, or their most popular series, most watched ever, and it was really good. I think everybody needed Bridgerton in lockdown. Everybody. Right, okay. So we've now got these papers shabby the way I want them. So what I'm going to do now, make sure I've got it the right way, Phill. I'm just going to snip off the edges of this now that that's dried. Let me get my big scissors. Oops, they're not my big scissors. Where are my big scissors? Oh, there they are. That's what I'll be cutting my hair with. So now I'm just going to snip off the excess. So what I did was, the papers, look, we'll get it the right way around. I already know the papers are 18.5 centimetres across to fit on top of that layer that we've just glittered. It's a period drama, Karen, and it's a saucy one. It was good. Not smutty, but it was good. So one of the scraps from the matting and layering from this piece was the border that I've got here. So I know that that's 18.5 centimetres across, which is what I needed. So I'm just going to snip off the excess. I'm laughing at Dynasty now. I'm remembering my Dynasty. And then we're going to come back to this piece. And I'm going to put the bottom one on first. So remember, I've already glittered around the edge of here. A bowl cut, that takes you back. Yeah, I watched Outlander. Watched that ages ago. So I'm going to put the small piece on at the bottom first. Now, if you've watched me do this before, you will know that I like to do a little bit of an overlap. So I'm going in with glue rather than foam tape for this. And the reason I've done it with glue is because I want the I want, where we've shabbied it up at the bottom, look, I want the glitter to be showing through. If we'd have put this on foam tape, it would have raised it and you would see less of the sparkle coming through. So I'll put the bottom piece on first, and then I'm going to slightly overlap with the top piece. How long have I been? Hey, I'm doing well. Doing well for time. That's unusual. I know Jan's probably watching me in the car. So, oops. Put the top piece on. And then I should get a little overlap. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. I'll just bring that in and show you. So, do you see what I mean now about that? It just looks like it's worn, but because we've got the glitter underneath, it actually just looks, it looks really pretty. Shabby chic is what they say, so we'll take that. We'll take shabby chic and run with it. Oh no, I can't cut hair. I'm dread. You know, if I can't get my hair cut before the end of February for the next show, I'm gonna look like, oh God, I don't even know. I don't even know. I look like Wurzel Gummidge. It'll be down to my shoulders. And then we're going to put the border on some foam tape. In fact, before I put that on, no, I'll put it on first. I'll put it on first and then glitter it. So I already know that this is the right width. So obviously I'm going to cover up my overlap. Yeah, I will look like a hippie. So I can decide now how high I want this. I think I'll go with, now I'm going to come down a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll just check it straight. Yeah, looks straight enough to me. And then we'll just glitter the edges of that. I can't talk and glitter at the same time, have you noticed? Look how gorgeous these two papers look together. Just that little offcut of the stripe breaks up the pattern. I've just topped up my Diamond Dazzle pot. Karen brought me a great big bag full of it. There we go. Slowly but surely we're getting there. So, I mean, it looks beautiful before I even put any sentiments or anything on. And it grows outwards. Yeah, that's brilliant. I've not heard that saying for ages. Oh, Trina, that's awful. I'm sorry. Oh, everybody's in the wars. So I've only actually used that one layer of the cool slate cardstock, but look how it makes everything pop. Because it's a darker shade of grey, it just lifts everything that's above it. And that gesso look, yeah, it's almost faded into the background, but it's given us a lovely worn look. And I love that, and because I only used a little bit, it almost looks like a pale grey. Even better, win-win. Right, so now we're on to the little sentiment part. Put the glue on my lid on my glue. I'll have a drink. I'm not telling you, Lynn. I'm not telling you what's coming until the week of the launch. It's a secret. Everything's top secret. But I can tell you it's going to be a cracking weekend. That's alright, Bev, you can catch up later. Right, so we're going to use one of the sentiments now. and a flourish. So remember on my shows I told you to put your sentiments on first, and then you can decorate with the flourishes around the space. So we'll go for shall we have Just For You? Yeah, let's have Just For You. And we're going to emboss this with the smoky quartz embossing powder. Put my mat straight. There we go. So smoky quartz is that gorgeous, gorgeous dark. No, I didn't watch Twin Peaks. Is that the one that was all weird? Oh, do you know what, Bev? I never remember to put these on YouTube. I just get too busy. Remind me. Remind me through the week and I'll try and put it on. Right, so anti-static bag. Hair Bear Buns, yeah, I remember that. So anti-static bag, because we are using a coloured embossing powder. And remember the days of telling you perfect medium is the best one are over. We're now on Versamark. I think it's the stickiest one. So I'm not bothering with my stamping platform for this. I better make sure I've got a sheet of paper ready. Catch my embossing powder. There we go. So Versamark, lots and lots of Versamark. Remember when you're using embossing powders with these stamps, they're so detailed. So make sure you've got lots of perfect medium, lots of Versamark on it. And if I've missed any bits from this, it's Lynn's fault. So Just For You, I'm just going to stamp, I'm just going to bring it to me, sorry. Just For You in the centre. So just hold it for a second, let the the Versamark grab to the card. And then we'll smoky quartz embossing powder. If you love grey colours like I do, you need the smoky quartz in your life. It's a gorgeous dark shade of grey. I know, I saw the video of Isabel giving me a subtle hint for a birthday card. Oh dear. Okay, so that's the embossing powder back in. And I am going to heat this from underneath. So you might not see this turning, but I'll show you. Just because it is, Lynn. Yes, Jacqueline, yes. That's a good idea. So I'll show you this properly once in fact, let me just do it to me so I can see it melting. And then I'll show you properly once it's done. Oh, these are just too pretty. Come on. I don't know why I haven't got my tweezers because it's burning my finger. That is just amazing, even if I say so myself. And if I just wiggle that to catch the light, if I can get it to catch the light somehow, there you go. How beautiful are these stamps? They're just so gorgeous. So now that's, just give that a second to cool. And I'm going to do the flourish on the corner. I'm just going to do one corner. Oh, I won't. I'll do two. I'll do two corners because we can. And we're going to use the flourishes set. So if you saw the shows on Ho Chanda, you will know you will know how I explained about the stamps, but I'll tell you just in case you didn't. So you've got the two, you've got a left and a right facing for everything. So you've got the two larger ones, and as the flourishes get smaller, you have more and more open space. So can you see the big ones have got more area, more area covered, and then you go to the next size down, you've got a little bit more open space, and then you go to the next one down again, which is this one, and you've got more open space again. So I'm going to go for the middle one, the middle size, because I just want a little hint of this on the edges. So that, oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. I'm doing it the naughty way, sorry everybody. Yeah, you have been quite good today, Lynn. What tablets are you on? Oh, Jean, that's awful. Can they fix them? Alison, burnt a hole in your living room carpet. Oh, crikey. So I'm just going to go up here with the flourish. And then I'll do the top part as well at the same time. Just to bring it all together. There we go. We are getting there, slowly but surely. And this is why I love these flourishes. They just add something. They just add some gorgeous detail to these sentiment toppers. Very, very classy. Just like me, obviously. Yeah, I thought it was Jacqueline. I vaguely remember something about Twin Peaks years ago. So I'll just do these from above, just to save us a little bit of time. Hang on. That's it. Is that not just, aren't they beautiful? That's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now it's cooled down a little bit, I'm just going to shove it under my mat just to flatten it a bit while I clean off this powder. And I'm going to get my next layer, which is here, and I'm going to do the stitching again around the outer part of the stitch. I'm doing it quick. Attention to detail. That's my crap corner, so that'll be having flowers on it. Oops, that's another one. I'm just going to take the Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide. Phill, you haven't blamed me for... Oh, Benita, don't you worry, darling. It's coming. Oh, everybody's been in the wars. Oh, bless you, Lynn. Oh. Everybody's been in the wars, haven't they? Has it been a... Oh, I was going to swear then. Has it been a... That's what... See, this is why I've made the effort to do the Facebook for you. So I can pick on you and cheer you up. So we're just going to do a little hint of the hickory smoke around the edge, and I'm not going in like that because I don't want too much. We're just going to go very softly around the edge. Now I've given you this hint before, but I'll tell you again just in case you forgot. If you're using the smoothies and you want it to be a nice soft edge like this, it's easier to put the ink on the smoothie, take the excess off, and then just push the smoothie into the card. Yep, so it's just a little bit softer than doing the blending around the edge. Oh, that's just beautiful. Oh, hang on, that's not working, is it? Because it's still wet. And then we'll put that on some foam tape. Surprise, surprise. Let's see if I can. Did you get your message, reviewer of the month, Caroline Watty? I know everybody's been in the wars this year and last year. Still, hope springs eternal. And I know people have started to get the vaccines now, so hopefully we'll see an end to all this year. Where was my dodgy corner? Well, I've got two, so we'll just have to hope for the best. So I'll put the glue on just to give me some wiggle time. I'm sorry if you've got my head in the shot. Oh, look, that's lovely. Oh, that's brilliant. Have you, Lorraine? Oh, well, yeah, I suppose you have done with it. It's alright, Bob. I suppose you have done with your job. Right, so I'm going to foam tape this one. And then just put a little bit of glitter around the edge. Just a little bit of glitter. I hope everybody's been paid before the birthday event on the 26th, because you'll need it. Are you? Oh, oh, that's fab, Bev. See, they are. Oh, Benita. What for, Benita? So let's just pop that at the top. Pop that. I can't see whether that's straight. Yes, it is. So that's where we're at. And I'm just going to glitter around the edge of that, and then that can be drying while we stick the flowers on. So I'm glittering around the white card rather than, I'll tell you why. So I don't know whether you've ever noticed this, but on my flowers, when I do flowers that are two-tone like this, I only ever glitter the white part. And I do that because Diamond Dazzle in particularly gives you a really pretty sparkle on white and paler colours. And then what it also means is that the white's glittered, the white's glittered, the white's glittered. It just all coordinates, and it just makes more sense in my head. I've usually got a plan. So when that glue dries on this little sentiment topper, you will be left with a little hint. You'll still see the hickory smoke distress ink that I've just put underneath there once that glue's dried. Right, we're getting there. May I have a drink? 1st of March, so timing for newbies. Oh, bless you. Are you a new crafter, Tracy? Cleared the credit card today already. Oh, Diane, you know me so well. Caroline, that's awesome. I've just seen yours. Husband's payday is the day before. It's got very. Lynn. Oh, Lynn, that's brilliant. Sure. Oh dear. Excuse me. It's your birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Olive. Everybody say happy birthday to Olive. Oh, waiting to get your second jab. That's brill, Stephanie. That's fab. Right, so that's where we're at. So now we're going to bring in the decorative parts, the embellishments, and then all will become clear. So this border, if you look at the photograph, if you just please make sure that you've liked the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, and then go to the albums, because I always create an album of the samples that myself and the design team have done for every collection of stamps that we release. So the latest one on there should be for the Rococo Splendour collection, and it's packed with inspiration from the design team. They've done a cracking job with these. I don't think you can see the albums unless you've liked the page though, so make sure you've liked it. And you'll see one where I got the inspiration from this card from. It's from a sample that Alison made, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So I've just taken Alison's idea and made it into more me. Alison's a very nice, neat, tidy crafter, whereas I like to have the little shabby bits. Right, so the flowers, I'll just get my other tweezers because they're not my favourites. Here they are. These are my favourites. Oh, Liv, that's lovely. Oh, that's brilliant, Rose. Phill, I'm new to stamping. What stamping platform do you use, please? I received your lovely collection from Ho Chandler, so loving watching for the first time. Oh, that's brilliant. Who is Hope? Hope Springs Eternal. Janice, I use, oh my god, I can't even remember who they're made by. Oh, Stamp Perfect by Hampton Arts. Now, you do sometimes get a good deal on these on Ho Chandler, where they have the big one, which is what I've got here, and they have the small one with it. I don't think they're in stock at the minute on Ho Chandler, but have a look on Amazon. I bought myself two smaller ones from Amazon not long ago, so you'll get them from there. But I think that is the best one. I've had them all, but I'm sure everybody will back me up on this. The Hampton Arts Stamp Perfect is by far the best one. Right, so now we're going to put all the pretty bling bling on, which is my favourite bit. So as ever, glue gel, pin flare glue gel for this. Got back to it and buying things again. Oh, that's brilliant, Julie. I know what it's like, because you do sometimes go through a period where you think, oh, I just can't be arsed, and you get fed up with it. This is why I like to try and make every collection I release every month is different. Oh, Benita. Oh, you must let me. When do you go, Benita? Design team, do they pay for the stamps? How do you get on the design team? Do they pay for the stamps, etc.? Oh, I'm not sure, Trina. I don't know what other companies do, but Karen manages all our stuff really. So I don't know. When we need new design team members, we always put a post out. So just keep an eye on it for other people as well. And that's usually what happens. You usually see something on social media, and then you just send photos and projects and what have you. Right, so this is the Romantique flower, which most of you will know is my favourite, because I love the scalloped edges. Let me turn it around so you can see. So you get lovely delicate scalloped edges on the Romantique flower set, and I love that you can layer them up. So let's just start putting this card together. I've spent an hour, which is about normal. So I'm going in the middle with this one. Yep, that looks like the middle to me. Then I've got 2 for either side. I've just got smaller as I go down. Oh, I think I will do that. I wasn't going to do, but I am now. So I can change the look of the flowers. This is my favourite bit. Most of you will know that. Gorgeous. And then 2 smaller ones for the ends. And we'll go the same way as the end one. So hopefully you can see what I did with the flowers as I made them. I've made the middle one and the 2 outer ones with white on top. So I've got paper and white on the outer ones, and the middle one has got white on the top as well. And then the 2 either side of the biggest one have got paper on the top. It just balances it out a little bit. Bunging out, let's leave a bit sticking out. Oh, I can't. I don't even know what to tell you about. I think it's because I use this so often it never has a chance to bung up. So we've got the big one, and then we've tapered out. We're now going to do the top foot. I've already die cut them, and I've followed the same theme, same as I have with the flowers look. The only part I've glittered is the white petals, so that it carries on with the same theme as everything else that I've done. And I've done the same with the delicate fronds. So I'm just snipping that off because I don't need the bottom part. And we'll make that a little bit smaller. I'm just going to bend those up. So we're going to have the paper one going in the opposite direction. This is why I always make the dies a little bit bigger than what you might actually need. I'd rather have a die that's too big that you can cut down and make into 2, yeah, than have one that's too small and you end up trying to match it up because it just never happens properly. And the same on the other side. Oops. I will go back and read your comments later on because I know that there's quite a few. Just like your sister, crikey. Classy and elegant, just like your sister. Right, so because we've got the flourishes, because we've got the stamped and embossed flourishes there, I'm going to turn this round so I don't squash the flowers at the bottom. That's not quite central, come on. It is now. And I'm going to do it the opposite way on. So the flowers go on first. So we're going to have those 3. Those 3 at the top. I thought I'd lost one then, but I haven't, it's right. And then 2 down the bottom. So I always put the flowers on first, as you know, and then lift them off to tuck the leaves and everything underneath. I just find it easier to put them in position, and then I know where to put my flourishes and everything. It's one of the other advantages of the pin flare. Yeah. So I know where they're going now. Bear with me while I faff. This is my favourite bit. So get them where you want them. Oh, that was lucky. I'd have been annoyed if that pin flare landed on my card after all this time. And then I'm just going to make these a bit shorter because I don't want them the same length as the other ones. Just turn that around so I know where I'm going. Yeah, that's right. I can't see what you're saying just yet because I'm doing this. Yeah, perfect. No, I'm just showing off now. I'm not trying to tuck that underneath there. Now you know why I need pin flare for my flowers. Do you know what? I was just saying I never have any trouble with my pin flare, and look, it's being naughty. Naughty. And then just a couple of finishing touches. So I'll just show you where we're at, look. So that's where we're at. You can, Janice. It'll be on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. Yeah. So after the video is finished, it will remain on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. Oh, Tracy, you've just missed it. I've just stuck all the flowers on. Yeah, you can watch it from the beginning. So now we're just going to add a couple of little details. So I don't know whether you've noticed, but in the middle of the flowers, we've got the gunmetal pearls. Now, I honestly don't know whether we've got any more of these left. So if we have, we have, and if we haven't, I'm sorry. But I am using the gunmetal. And I'm going to be a little bit different to how I normally do this. So normally I would do the 4 corners, but I'm not. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put 3 there. And I'm going to do a big one and 2 medium ones. I can get my little tool out. I'm just getting my tool out. And then I can pop these where I want them. And then I'm going to do the same. Oh, now do I need them? Yeah, I do. And then I'm going to do the same up here. It's just nice sometimes to do your pearls instead of doing them in all 4 corners. Just change them up a little bit. Oh, well saved. And there we go. Oh, that's lovely. How about that? Aren't the greys just absolutely gorgeous? I see, I knew you'd pick up on that. Getting my little absolutely lush. So if you managed to get the Rococo collection, because I included the paper pack as part of the 1 day special, you can replicate this in all 5 different colourways. Uh, and it will just look stunning in whichever colour papers you use. Remembering as well that apart from the big piece, all the extras have been cut from scraps from matting and layering. So I can reverse this. So from the other part of the striped paper, I can actually reverse it and have the stripes at the top and the lovely flourishy one at the bottom, and then you get a whole different look again. But is that not just, it's class in a glass? Class in a, so you definitely wouldn't be putting that in an envelope. Isn't that beautiful? Even if I say so myself. And you've got all those different sentiments as well that you can mix and match with. Absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully you've learned something. I will give this away. I'll choose somebody from the comments on Monday. I'm not going to say tomorrow because you know I won't. I'm too busy. So I'll probably do it on Monday afternoon or Monday evening. And I'll sign this and get this sent off to you next week. So hopefully you've enjoyed that and learned something. Tracy, where did you order from? Because if you've ordered from Ho Chanda, they all went on Tuesday or Wednesday. So hopefully you've enjoyed that and learned something, and we've cheered up a dull, dreary day. Everybody that's not very well, hope you feel better soon. Start saving up for the end of February. Remember the full Rococo collection, which is all 4 sets of stamps, and the papers have still got the discount on the website. So you know to go to honeypotcrafts.co.uk to get those. If you've not joined our little inspiration group, it's just search on Facebook for Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours, and we will see you in there. So thank you, Lorraine, you too. So hopefully I will see you all next Saturday. I'm not doing sneaky peeks until the week before the new releases. You all know why. Too many people like to copy me. So we will do something slightly different next week. Oh, thank you everybody. Hope you've enjoyed that. Stay safe. Take care. Have a good weekend. Get crafting, and I'll see you next weekend. Bye. Got all this bloody mess everywhere, love. See you next week.